What's up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94. We are back again. It is episode 86, Shorty's Sneaker Conversations. Man, can't believe it's been that many episodes. Well, let's see if we can locate our guest. What's up, L Train? What's up, Snoop Omega? Hello to my lovely wife. Chilling, L Train, just trying to get like you. What's up, Levon Jefferson? The Dunk Junkie, soon to be guest, you know. What's up, Carl? What's up, First Lady D? Keeping the faith. There is our guest right there. Let's get him. Oh, El Trey, you got to chill, man. What's up, Danny? Oh, man. Let's see here. It's still not letting me accept people. All right.
Yo,
What's up, man?
what up? What up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Man.
You got a Guardians hat already?
Oh yeah, you already know. Yeah, you already know.
Sound bad, man. I still haven't really accepted that name, but I know I'm gonna have to.
You know what? Like once you get like aligned with yourself a little bit, man, like the Chief Wahoo and the Indians just seem wrong. Just seem a little wrong. Like I don't want to be that guy at the game that just get into that tussle. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me.
Nah, I get you.
So I tuck my Chief Wahoo away, and hopefully one day I live long enough to tell my grandkids the story. But I still got all my good, tribe stuff and Chief Wahoo. He tucked away. I just pass it to my son, and hopefully my grandkids get to touch it.
Cool. Well, obviously, you and I have known each other for years and years, at least since 2008, if not before. But
It's been before that, bro. We was in our upper late teens, early.
It was before that.
We didn't travel.
Yeah. Whew, I just showed my age there a little bit. Well, we've known each other for years and years, decades. Yeah. But for everybody who doesn't know, you mind introducing yourself?
My name is Earnest Johnson. People around the city may call me Hub, or they might call me Diddy. Diddy is more like my party name, but yeah, that's who I am. Father, author, minor philanthropist outside of social media. I actually get outside and actually do some work. I don't really just argue with people on social media about it. I really get outside, and I don't know. Like I told you before, man, this might be your worst one, man, because I don't get into all the names and the colors and I don't be knowing about the shoes, man. I just wear sneakers, man. You know me, man.
I know, but it's gonna be a good episode. It's gonna be one of the best ones. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
I know that we was there. You know what I mean? A lot of people wasn't there. So But before we get into it, I always ask my guests, what's the most positive thing you've been able to take from the world since the pandemic started?
Keep living, man. Keep living. I mean, like a lot of people may not know, I lost my brother on Christmas to COVID. My younger brother, he'd have been 37, April 26th. So just keep living, because that kind of punched me in the face a little bit. That's my shoe warrior right with me. So yeah, that was just keep living, because it's rough. Like that was one of the ones I never thought it happened. Like my younger brother actually dying or something. That I took it serious. Because I actually had it twice. So
wow.
I took it serious, but the fact that my younger brother, who was actually, I would call like a COVID warrior, because like he was one of the ones who, he kept a mask on, he hand sanitizer, and I ain't coming to the party, and stay away from me, and he died of it. So I would say keep living, because you never know when tomorrow may turn. I never really thought that I'd be living you know, another a year without my younger brother, who was actually like, you know, younger than me. So yeah, it's a fight.
R.I.P. Stump, man.
Yeah, you already know.
Hey, I had a story right quick about him. So I remember back when I was still at Northfield, you know, they would give Northfield pretty much all the basketball shoes. And I remember they gave us the LeBron 7 Soldier, the breast cancer one. And I usually don't mess with the Soldiers. I usually just get the normal LeBrons, but he really had me considering getting. I'm like, you know, I could do. He was like, man, you could do a lot with this. You know what I'm saying? He was selling me. I'm supposed to be selling him. He was like, man, you could do a lot with this, Chris, if you just really think about it, you know, because there's a pink LeBron. I'm like, man, what am I going to, you know, at the time. But yeah, man, I used to see him around quite a bit, and you know, really.
Yeah, that was his thing about colors. The wild thing about my little brother is that I've always been here, but I didn't know till my brother passed away that he was right there with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I always knew about, you know, my popularity in the city and how people knew me, but I didn't know until my brother passed, like how many people he was touching. And that's like the only thing I regret about my younger brother is we didn't really get to, you know, he was my little brother, but we didn't really get to lock arms and get out in the city together like we were supposed to. Like we did a lot of things together as brothers, but like I didn't really know that we was like we was aligned on the same path until he passed away.
Yeah, I mean, for a long time I didn't know that y'all were even, you know what I mean?
Brothers.
But when I realized it, I'm like, you know, it makes sense because y'all were very, you know, similar but very different at the same time.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
But and shout out to everybody in the chat joining, you know. In the building today, most definitely, you know, I'm really honored that you're here, Earnest.
Oh, man, I appreciate you for having me. Like I said before, man, I ain't never really thought, like, you know, when people call me a sneakerhead, I kind of get offended, man. So I be like, because I know some real sneakerheads, man. Like, I don't know what UD and DS is and all these things. And, like, you know, I be watching your show. I be like, man, I don't know what none of that mean, man. Like, people be like, what kind of Jordans you got? I be like, man, I got the black and yellow ones. I got the red and black ones. And you know me, I wear sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. Well, for sure. Well, part of it too is because again, you know, you were there, so we're gonna kind of go back to, you know, the beginning because, you know, you've been getting fresh for a long time, at least as I've known you. So
I appreciate you.
No problem. So, what was that kind of like that first pair of sneakers that had you, you know, when you was younger, like, all right, you know, this is, you know, that's the pair I need. What was that first pair?
When I really like, I'm gonna tell you like this, like let me take you, like I'm gonna take you forward and bring you back. I didn't actually get my first pair of Jordans until 1998.
Okay.
But and what was so crazy about that pair of Jordans was it was the what people call like what they call like the playoff 12s.
Yeah, the black and white.
Okay, so what happened was like that's back when Jordans was 150, and if people don't know that about me, like I grew up poor. Like I grew up to the point where my mother couldn't afford to get us those extras, but we had lights, gas, food, you know, the essentials. But what I did was I saved $1. So I would just ask people for $1, and I managed to save $150 by just, you know, like I had a real good jump shot too. So I would maybe I'd be in the gym at South shooting jump shots for $1. I ask somebody for $1. You know, I watch, you know, my niece and nephew for $1 for a second, a couple dollars, and I saved $150. I saved all the money I needed to get the playoff 12s. But the first time I realized that the shoe things was something that I wanted was you know, Do the Right Thing. When you know Dean Almighty was bugging out about the white dude stepping on his riding the bike on the Jordan 4s.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the culture started shifting when we started seeing like you know, Dwayne Wayne wearing the J's, and then, you know, Will Smith and Fresh Prince. So it was like, you know, we was getting hit hard with the sneakers.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Sneakers was like my thing.
Yeah, that product placement was crazy. Like, you know, I tell the younger dudes that listen, you know, ask me about how sneakers was when we were young, and I'm like, man, the sneakers, yeah, you know, Jordan and Barkley, you know, they wore the sneakers, so that was part of it. But seeing these people we watched on TV every week was a part of the, you know, Like the 5 might as well be Will Smith's shoe as much as it's Michael Jordan's shoe.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
when I try to explain to people about shoes when we were growing up, when they try to look on YouTube and I explain this to my son, we actually watched basketball to see what they actually had on. We wanted to see what Jordan had on the night when the season started. You wanted to see what shoes Jordan had on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was people don't remember that, we was collecting the East Bays. We had the East Bays in school. Remember, you know what I'm saying? Circling what you wasn't getting. Like, I remember one time ordering something from East Bay, and I asked my mother, like I begged her, and I got Jordan's 45 jersey. I still have it too. It's a champion jersey. It's a 45 Jordan. I still got it. Yep, still got that Jordan. But I begged my mother to order that from East Bay. I stalked the UPS man so hard that day, bro. Like he pulled up at the crib at 5 o'clock.
Give it here.
Yeah.
Give it here.
Yeah, that was like the first early memories of sneakers. I even remember when the tide turned, like the first pair I couldn't get. Like when the sellout actually started.
Yeah.
That was crazy too.
Yeah, for me, I feel like Jordan's really changed with the 11, and it wasn't the Concorde or the Columbia. It was that black and red one. Like, this was the first one I could never touch. Like,
that was the sellout, though. If you remember, that was the first. Because I remember going to by the time that joint came out, I was able to get it. Like, I think I had a couple dollars. I had hustled up some dollars. I ain't gonna tell you how I got them, but I had hustled up some dollars. But I remember that pair being the first pair. Like, what you mean they ain't coming back? Or you mean y'all ain't getting another shipment in? Or like, what I mean? Like, I can't get a pair.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of people think like, you remember like you used to just get the Jordans. They were regular shoes. They was hot, but you could just get them. Like they weren't hard to get until that. And to me, until like maybe the 15, from that 11 to the 15, it was hard to get J's. So
yeah. I remember when Jordan took a plummet. Like I remember from like, what was that? From like maybe like 2000 to maybe about 2007 or 8, where they were just sitting on the shelf, bro. You can walk in the store and people like it was like you was walking in the store like, yeah, let me get those, I guess. Like Jordan had to plummet for a second, and I don't know if people remember that.
Now, with us being, boys from Cleveland,
right?
When you started getting, your own money up and you started, buying your own, clothes and shoes.
Right.
Now, I know one obvious place we all went, but, where were you getting, your gear from, back when you first started getting your own money?
My gear, 2 places, and it wasn't Next. And I told people I was gonna give them. One of my shoe plugs, man. Like when I was telling people that, like I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. But one place was City Blue. Of course, we all went to City Blue, bro. Because City Blue was the poor man's fly. Because you gotta remember, City Blue. Like I grew up poor. Like when I say I grew up poor, y'all gonna hear me say that a lot. Because I really grew up poor. So what I would do was, back in my time, you only needed 2 or 3 pairs of jeans. If you had 19, 20 shirts, good. You remember City Blue had that rack. This shit. You go on to City Blue with $100, you walking out with 2 outfits and 5 shirts.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
You had a t-shirt, you had a Nietzsche t-shirt, you Woo wear, whatever you like. City Blue got us through. Like that's why I still like the, wish some of the OGs from City Blue were still around. But I like to high five City Blue for getting us through, because without City Blue, some of us wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
City Blue kept us together.
Me and my boys at the time, we would go look at the stuff at Next, and then we would go try to buy it from City Blue. Because it would be cheaper, and they would give you the deal. There was no markup.
I'm talking about like, you went to City Blue, bro. Like you went to City Blue with 100 or 200. Oh, you went there with 200.
Yeah.
You went in there with 200. You ate, bro. You came out there. You was ready for school. And then during that time, bro, we had City Blue was raw, but then what was the one spot where Next is at now? I got a couple Maurice Malone jeans from there, man.
Mr. Allen's.
Mr. Allen's.
45 for 50.
Yep, Mr. Allen. So Mr. Allen's like he died real quick though. But like City Blue got. But Next, I gotta shout out Next too. Like Next downstairs next to Finish Line. Not when Next came outside the mall. I'm talking Latrice, like
young
humble Latrice. Shout out Latrice, man.
Oh man,
I'm talking Latrice, man. That's when I started getting real money. That's when we was buying the throwback jerseys in the 6-cent sale, going to Next, getting 2 or 3 throwback jerseys. And Next was showing no love, man. That Next, I remember getting into it with Avant in that Next, because like I went in there one day and they was in there trying to show Avant so much love, and I was pissed. Like I keep the lights on in here.
Ernest, that happened to me at Shaker Square. Like I was coming in there every week buying shoes, and Avant came in and they just stopped helping me.
Avant, boy. And I'm like, nigga Avant.
What is this? And it's like 06, 05, 06. So it's not even like he was hot anymore. It's like
that nigga Avant, boy. You know
that
what
happened to me? That's crazy.
So shout out to Shaker Square Next, because that's the first place that had Sean John.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were there, I remember getting Sean John from there and Iceberg. Sean John and some Iceberg like that. That City Blue on Shaker Square had that not when they that first spot, not when they moved around the corner.
Yeah, where
first
yeah, when it was on the side.
Yep, that first Next. That first Next, like that's when I got Sean John from, when Sean John was popping. That was the first one I got from. But Shaker Square had the best Next, actually. It was
absolutely
exclusive. Yeah, it was exclusive in there.
Yeah, see, working there years later, 12 to 17, it was Next, but it really wasn't Next. That was Next. You know what I mean? That was how it was. And
see, I like, and that's what I try to get on. What's the name about all the time, man? Like, I just told Zach that the other day, like, bro, y'all got to get Next back to its origin, bro, because y'all got away from it too much, man. Like, I wish I was a buyer for Next, because I used to tell B all the time, like, bro, all y'all need is some mean jeans, white tees, and jackets, man. Like, all this extra shit y'all trying to dictate in fashion, bro, it's not gonna work, bro. We don't want to wear this.
Yeah.
Stuff in here, and I keep like, Next got to get back, and I stopped at Beechwood last week to see Zach. Zach and as usual. And I was telling B, like, man, y'all got to get back to Northfield. If y'all don't get back to Northfield, bro, Northfield closed. Like, I haven't literally been in Next in years. And that's just because the people that I like to do business with isn't with Next anymore. Which would be like, if you were still in town, I would come spend money with you. I would spend money with B, and sometimes Zach could puppy dog face, and I'd spend a couple of dollars with his old punk ass. I love that nigga to death. I'll kill him in a heartbeat, bro. Like, you can't kill him, but I kill him. Like, I love that nigga to death, though. Like my little brother, but I love him, but I want to whip his ass sometimes too.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's some times that, boy, can't talk about here, but you already know where I'm going.
Yeah, I already know, bro. Man, look here. They tell Zach, like, bro, step outside for a second, man. Like, let me tell one story, bro. Like, one story about Zach, man. Everybody got a Zach story, man. We probably got to tell these, like, for being the day. But, like, remember Trent Richardson's brother, man.
Oh.
Like, look, Chris, it was the black phone pauses, right?
Oh, Lord.
On my way, Chris. On my way. I pull up to the store. I hop out. Zach, where my phone pauses at, man? This nigga Zach say, man, I just sold it to Trent Richardson's brother. I say, look, bro, I had like a 20-minute AI like situation, like not Trent Richardson, but his brother. Like, not Trent Richardson, but his brother. You ain't saying Trent Richardson, like running back for the Cleveland Browns, Alabama alum. You talking his brother? I know you ain't just sell my shoe to his brother, man. I sat on that, remember that old ass couch? I sat on that couch for about 20 minutes, but I could not pull it together, man. I cannot believe this nigga had sold my shoe.
I remember that.
Football player's brother. Not him, but his brother, bro. Damn, that just triggered me. Yeah, we gotta change the subject, bro. I just got triggered by that. Yeah, well, I started my shoe to Trent Richardson's brother. If Zach is on here right now, bro, I'm gonna pull up tomorrow to Beechwood and whoop his ass, man. I can't believe he sold that black phone pot Trent Richardson's brother, man. This nigga. Then look, Chris, he all at the games when Trent Richardson got traded to the Colts, man. He making it seem viable. Like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, see, he give me tickets to the game. I'm like, nigga's brother, man. This nigga so much shoes to Trent Richardson's brother.
Oh man. That used to, it was a couple times where I got caught up in that where I'm like, because Trent would get to 12 and his brother 13 sometimes.
Yeah. Brother was definitely in my shots, man. And Zach made it seem like it was legit too. Like, yeah, man, you know Trent Richardson's brother. This nigga Trent Richardson averaging 2.3 yards. This nigga's Eric Metcalf. What I'm gonna call Zach after this, man? Whatever time I'm over with, bro. I'm calling Zach. That was 10, 15 years ago, bro. I'm still pissed about that.
I remember that. Oh man.
I was that's
there, but
I was about to write that down for my therapist next week, bro. I just got triggered by this nigga Zach.
Oh man.
His brother, not him. His brother, man.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, we got started.
It was a dope deal, Chris. Like, yo, come here, man. Explain this to me. Like, I pulled him over to the couch. Come here. Explain this to me. Like, you mean like, no, talking to this ear, talking to this one. You know what I'm saying? This ear connected to this fist. So you know what I'm saying? You know how nigga talking to this ear? Like, yeah, it's like, say something in this one. Like, what you say? You say you sold my shoe to this nigga's brother? Like, not him, but his brother.
Yeah, I remember that. Cell phone posits.
Man, that walked in there one day, man. I saw him though. He walked in there one day while I was in there. Now, if he would have had them black phone posits on, I'd have took Trent Richardson's brother up top. I swear to God, he would have got like a first lesson. And now, for real, I was that about them black phone posits. You remember that time?
Yeah.
Go crazy over that all black phone posit. It's just something about it that make people go crazy.
Shit, like, man, this shit was been out like 2 other times, man. Niggas was going crazy over it that time.
People go crazy about that. It could be any phone posit, man. That all black phone posit, bro. People go crazy.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, good times. Good times.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm completely all off my interview.
Bro, we got to sit out one day, man, and just turn the camera on, man, and get everybody, man, because like it's so many sneaker stories, man. It's I remember lining up at Tower City, man, when Tower City used to be from the front to the back and they ain't run out of shoes like Tower City. I actually remember getting suspended from high school because we used to go downtown to the Asian people used to sell it to us. We'd go downtown and get the J's. We get suspended from school though. When we came back to school with the J's, because remember they used to sell J's at, when we was getting suspended, they were selling them at 10, but then they started selling them at 7. But then we was getting to school late. We was getting suspended again.
Yeah.
You know? So
remember them Wednesday releases, a lot of youngsters don't know about that, man. You wouldn't be to school till maybe 3rd period trying to get the Jordans. You know. So those was good times too.
Yeah.
To me, things changed when the Cool Gray 11 came out in 01, and there was that like mini riot at Randall. Like, I never seen anything like that. Niggas wasn't even really reselling back then. Niggas just wanted shoes. Like, you remember how high Randall got? See a dude jump from the 2nd floor to the 1st. Like, people was going insane for them Cool Grays. To me, that's where it kind of shifted from when it was pure back when we were older teenagers to now. This is like something different. And now it's like flipped 5 or 6 times since.
Yeah.
But for you, what do you feel like Cleveland-wise? Take Randall out of it, you know. To me, Randall was still our sneaker mall. We haven't recovered from that, you know, in our city.
Right.
Where was your go-to outside of Randall, or did you have one?
All right, I'm about to give people like one of my. Where dang, is that me or you, Chris? Oh, you good? All right.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, you good? This is one of my little sneaker spots, man. And this has been my sneaker spot since high school, man. So if you ain't on here, you ain't gonna find out. TNT on Broadway.
By the railroad tracks.
They moved though. They across the street now.
Oh, okay. So that show you how long it's been. Yeah.
But what people don't know is, Chris, like, TNT on Broadway been getting the J's since we was in high school. So I would go in there, like, and to this day, I still, like, if it's a shoe that I'm hip to, I just walk in there and you know, the name of the game is money now, for real, for real. Like, hey, you know, I know you can't, you know, sell me the shoe right now and lose your shit, but take this extra 50 and I see you on Saturday. That's the name of the game now. If you want it that bad, you know, because I tell my son, like, you got to let me know early because I don't really care no more. I could pay the, you know, by the grace of Allah, I could pay the 300-400, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to pay that for my son. So I tell him, like, to tell me earlier, but TNT on Broadway, man, that's a spot that still sells Jordans. For anybody who don't know, who don't want to go in there and get them no Jordan Craig t-shirt or no Jordan Craig jeans. Shout out to Jordan Craig too. I wear Jordan Craig, but yeah, people don't know that TNT on Broadway. If you on here and you live in Cleveland, TNT on Broadway still sells Jordans. For everybody who don't know, and that's why there's always a plethora of them because people are scared to go in TNT.
Yeah. I used to the TNT that's at Euclid and well now they call it Level, but it's just fancy TNT. It's still TNT. That TNT at Euclid and Superior used to do it like that too. A lot of dudes, you know, scared to go to East Cleveland. You know what I mean? It's just a regular degular.
Oh, no, because that Foot Action was popping for a long time. I think it's closed now.
They turned it into a Foot Locker. Yeah,
Foot Action was a hidden treasure for about 5 years. Like I would slide down there just on the random. Me and Dre. You know what I'm saying? You got to get here next because Dre's shoe collection is crazy. But
definitely.
Yeah, I was like, it was a hidden treasure because I would go down there and it'd just be shit sitting on the shelf. And you know, $200-300 just off. Like, I remember getting a couple pairs of Jordan. You know, and I remember you putting people up on this when nobody was trying to rock the 1.5s.
Oh,
the 1.5 was just sitting there until like I think you made like a you know, you told everybody that Jordan actually wore the 1.5s, and all of a sudden you couldn't find the shits. You know, and it's like, but the 1.5s was just sitting there. Every color too, the black and the bread colorway, the white and red colorway, like they were just sitting there.
Yeah.
Cover them joints.
Yeah. Shout out to Foot Action East Cleveland. That was the first shoe store I ever worked at back in like.
Was it?
Before, yeah. You know, I still working at the Record Exchange, but I was working there on the side. So, yeah, that was good times back then. The game was really pure back then, but you know, it's all good.
As much as I wore sneakers, I never worked at a shoe store.
Well, see, to me, you've always been a good relationship maker, so you ain't have to.
That's what I want to tell people too about getting sneakers. Sneakers is all about relationships too. Like if you work at Popeyes, man, make sure you bring the niggas who sell sneakers like a 20-piece. Like it's really about relationships for real. Like if you got a good relationship with the dudes that sell sneakers, you own. Yeah. That's what myself on. I always had a good relationship. Like I actually prided myself on, like, you know, if you worked at the store, like I actually came in there on a day that you ain't make no money, and I'd be like, yo, Chris, like, let me spend this $100 with you. Like that helped me, like, you know, when it got hectic and you was like, I don't know, hub, I don't know if I can sell you these, but you know, you actually looked out for them days that like, all right, well, you did come and buy a hat when you ain't have to buy nothing. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Help the cat who sell the sneakers, man, make a quota, man. Go in there and buy some, you know, some shoe protector or something some days, man. Like, can't always think about the Jordans, man. Go buy an Adidas t-shirt or something.
I remember right before I left Next in 2017, it was in the middle of that. Remember for a couple years, the Air Maxes and the Hirachis was super, super hype. Like 15, 16, 17. So this dude, and I've made posts like this before. I don't miss that company, but I miss some of the stuff I used to do to try to promote said stores. I was like, man, you coming in saying, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you with the J's. Like, nigga, they gonna sell anyway. Come and buy some socks or clothes. Like, you ain't, this shit's gonna sell. Like, niggas used to not understand that. I'm like, you know, I used to really fuck with customers. Like, you've always been, you know, you'll buy some shit you may not even want. You may get it for your son, or for someone else, whatever.
Yeah.
So I do want to say that I have you on here. I appreciate you some of them days, because some of them days was some of them days. Thank you.
I mean, I'm big on relationships. I'm big on all my friendships, my relationships with people, because that's what gets you through life. Like, all shoe aside, like I can call people right now, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was you know, I had that little kid who you know, I was mentoring, and I wanted to, you know, get him together, whatever. I just called, you know, I called B and Rick, and They was like, come up here and get whatever shoe you want. Like that come from the relationship, because anytime I had a big event, like Next held me down. Like that's one thing I could say about Rick and B and you and stuff like that. Like when I had something that I needed to take care of as far as community wise and real elaborate to the community, like Next, the people behind the scenes always held me down. So it wasn't nothing for me. Like if you or B or somebody was in there and like, I'm having a slow day, then a slow day mean the you know, the discount bid go me good. You know what I'm saying? So you know, what you want me to spend? That's how I used to come at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was in Next last week and bought just like, you know, a couple of Jordan t-shirts just because they was on sale. You know, you don't never know when you might need that stuff, man. And sometimes I just give it away. Yeah. So give it to kids in need and stuff like that. Man, we ain't doing nothing with that stuff. That's to this day, that's still what I do with my sneakers. If I don't like a pair of sneakers and I'm done rocking them, I give them away. I can't do nothing with it, man. I don't have like an elaborate shoe collection like I should. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the shoes you didn't have for 20, 30 years. I didn't have all those, man. But I see a kid, man, he just want his first pair of Jordans, man. Here, take these. You know what I'm saying? Just I'll bring them to you tomorrow, bro. Just let me get my socks to the house, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like the toy drives, you know, you've done like, you know, you've always been about the community too. So
yeah. Because I remember what it was like not to have. I remember what it was like not to have my first pair of tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? All I wanted was, you know, we come from the bummy era where all you needed was the J's. You could have had a couple
horrible outfits,
t-shirts, a couple pair of jeans. You didn't even need to have name brand shit on. If you had them Jordans on, you was set. I was set, bro.
Yeah.
I told this little kid, you know what I'm saying, if he graduated from high school, man, he can have my chunky donkeys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if he get up in the size, I'm like, bro, you can get the chunky donkeys. You know what I'm saying? They back there. Mm-hmm. You can get those, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a sneaker, bro. It's just a shoe, man.
Right. You're right. You know,
it's just a shoe.
So, man,
because we remember what it was like not to have it, man. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you had all them sneakers and shit, bro, you always been 100, man. Like, you know, ain't nobody else. Yeah.
So let's see some of that heat behind you, man. I saw the story. Let me see some of that, man.
Let's do it. Can I turn this around? I don't want y'all to see too much, bro. I'll be indicted. All right. You know what I'm saying? These are some of my favorites right here, man. So, got the top threes. I ain't wore them joints. These joints, I ain't wore these joints. I haven't worn these either. I like these because they look like the Jordan ones. They some SBs though. Got the like I'm gonna just say these joints, bro, because I don't Barclays. You know what I'm saying? I just got these. These are Travis Scott joints. Woo! These come with like a little something, bro. Then I got these. You know, I'm a one man. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about the ones in a minute, Chris.
Yeah, we about to talk about that.
I'm a one man, so them fire. I got these joints right here. I just got these. I don't know. I'm still debating. You know what I'm saying? And then we got my favorite sneaker outside of Jordan, which is Iverson's, bro. Iverson actually my favorite basketball player. And I got these joints right here.
Nice.
Yeah, all these new too. I ain't never worn them except for the Barclays. And then, you know, we got the chunky donkeys and shit with the, you know, whatever the bullshit is. It come with the cup and all this other bullshit. So I told the little kid, man, he can get those. I wore them one time. A dude tried to buy them. I went to the All-Star game. I went to the All-Star game. A dude tried to buy them off my feet. Wow. I told that nigga, like, you know, if I, you know, yeah, most of these, I don't, you know, man, I don't really wear sneakers, Chris, man. Like, I just get them because I can get them. But that's how I roll. Shout out to all my pistol owners. Oh, shit.
Gotta keep a strap. Gotta keep
a strap.
It,
bro. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Nigga.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, that's basically like my little, you know, what I thought people might want to see. Like,
heat right there, man. Thank you.
I had on some Nike slides earlier.
You know, out of all these, half the time I seen you when you ain't been, you know, dressed up, you just be chilling. You'll have on like a sweatsuit and your slides. You know, later that night I might see you and you'll have on your, you know. So.
And you know what's so crazy when I get dressed, man? It's really like the McQueens right now, the Mason Margielas. I like to get fly a little bit now. So like when the Jordans and stuff, I either sell them to my little cousin for less than what I paid for them, or like I said, I give them away. Like if I wear them once or twice, like bro, you can have them. Yeah. These little kids, like, you know, I'll be like, what size shoe you wear? Because you know these little kids picky, man. All they want is Jordans. They ain't looking at the Iversons.
Nah, 'cause they don't know. They don't know.
And I remember Iverson being one of the first shoes that sell out that you couldn't get besides the Jordan. I was
Yeah,
salty to get that blue toe.
I remember that.
On fire, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, those about to come out again in August, I think. So.
Hold on, man. Let me blow my nose before people think I snort coke. Because I'm over here sniffing. Hold on. It's just allergies, people.
Yeah, seasons is changing.
Man, look here, man. People, I'm over here sniffing, man. People gonna think I snort coke. Like, man, that big nigga was snorting coke, bro.
Hey, since been down here, man, the pollen down here, whole other level. You know, I haven't been coughing lately, but people, you know, when it was COVID, like people, you know, and I'm like, man, it's not even that, man. You know, chill out. So, but I did want to talk about Jordan 1s because you know, obviously they're a thing now, and they have been for the last couple of years. But you've been on 1s. Didn't matter if it was a mid or high or whatever. If it was a 1, I knew you was messing with it.
I love 1s, man. And me loving 1s came from my love of the Air Force 1.
Yeah.
Love for the Air Force. I don't know if you remember, like, I had that shoe rack.
Bless you.
My shoe rack had the lows on the bottom, the mids in the middle, and the highs at the top. Like, I'm an OG when it comes to Air Force 1s. Like, I'm talking when Air Force 1s was $49.99, $59.99, $69. Like when the Jordan sold out, you got you a pair of Air Force 1s. Like, that's it. Like, and this one, like, Air Force 1s came in colors, man. I remember the Rasheed Wallace patent leather joints. This was the good leather, too, man. You ain't messing with no Air Force 1s. You kept Air Force 1s for a minute. That good leather was good, man.
I still got some of the Rasheeds and whatnot. Some of that stuff I just can't let go, you know.
The Air Force 1. That came from my love of Puffy and Mace. Because that's all they talk, Air Force 1s.
Yeah, man.
Them bricks.
Yeah. So, with you, you know, being an author, you know, because you've been published as well, how has that, you know, impacted, you know, things for you? I know it's been good. I know that's not really a sneaker question, but it's something I just wanted to ask you.
Actually, I published myself. Like, so I published my books through my own publishing company. Because nobody would tell me how to publish a book. So, you know, I went ahead and did it myself. Started my own publishing company and dropped my books through my own publishing company. So I receive 100% of the profits from my books. But, I mean, it was therapy for real, because I feel like I had a story that needed to be told. I feel, and to be honest with you, I feel like everybody has a story that needs to be told. But for my story, I feel like it was one that I need to tell for my own therapy. So, and then there was a lot of stuff that I was just sitting on. I was writing poetry a lot. You know, my poetry love actually came from my ability to rap. So I was rapping for a long time. I was and actually, like, me stopping the rap came from actually Biggie getting killed. Because at one point in time I was just rapping to meet Biggie. Like, I wanted to meet Biggie and sign with Biggie, but when Biggie got killed, I ain't want to rap, but I just kept writing, and eventually turned into poetry. And poetry still came from my ability to not, like, express myself. To this day, it still comes from that way. Like, I don't really express myself well. Like, you know, if I feel a certain way about a woman, I'll write about it. Like, I won't really tell her too much, but I'll send it to her in a poem. Or if I feel some type of way about something that goes on in the community or something that goes on in the world, I'll write a poem about it. People may not read it, but that's how I express myself. So that's why my second book was called Getting Out of My Own Head. Almost like an ode to, like, Nas's Lost Tapes, where you just feel like he had all this music. Like, I feel like I had all this poetry and all this stuff just stuck, and I feel like my writing couldn't elevate if I never got rid of all that stuff. So I took all that stuff, broke it down in 3 different of live, life, and love, and that's how my second book came to fruition. I'm actually writing 2 more right now. I don't want to really talk about them too much, because you know how people get ideas all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where I got that idea from. Like, it just came in my head.
Yeah, it was an epiphany, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did that came from?
Yeah. Well, hey, for the people watching, because there are a few people in the comments that are interested, where can they find, the 2 books?
Oh, let me see if I got some on here right here. All right, these are my 2 books. My first one is called Inner Workings of a Man, and my second one is called Getting Out of My Own Head.
Oh, we can't hear you, Ernest.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Damn, sister. Okay. My second one is, my first, it's called Inner Workings of a Man is the website. innerworkingsofaman.com. And that's where you can receive my books from. Or, just hit my DM. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Sure. Yeah. Now, we're going to jump to the halftime portion of the show. And this, I'm going to do a game of either or with you. Which would you rather have?
Okay.
All right. It's going to be just random stuff, shoes, whatever. So what would you rather have between an all-white Air Force One or an all-white Jordan 1?
What Air Force One we talking about? We talking about these days, or we talking like back with that good leather?
If you were going right now, because I know what you would say before.
We going right now?
Yeah.
Give me a Jordan 1.
Give you a Jordan 1.
We can go mid, low, high, whatever you want to do. Give me a Jordan 1. Shit, give me a Shell 2 Adidas over goddamn Air Force One. Shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Dan Smith. I can't. Any other white shoe with an Air Force One, bro.
Like, just right quick before we go to the next one. I wore some White Forces the other day, and they're not brand new. I mean, I only have worn them once, but they're from 20, and they're just so different from like my older Forces from like when we were younger. Next Shaker Square Air Force Ones, City Blue Air Force Ones, Scorpio Air Force Ones, to where I'm like, those old stores, it's like a whole other shoe. The shape, the leather, everything is different.
The shoe is literally one wear, bro. By the second wear, you are looking at this shoe totally different.
Yep.
Like I don't know, like I don't know what Nike is doing, bro, but that's the worst shoe ever, bro. You literally like one wear of this shoe, and the next time you look at it, you like, it's dusted, it's busted, it's done.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go back to let's go back to the 90s for this one. You taking Randall or Tower City?
Oh, I'm from Miles, man. So of course it's Randall. Yeah, don't question. I'm from Miles, man. 99 from Miles, man. 9900.
Yeah,
I'm from Miles, so it's always Randall.
Hey, that's how you know the Corey?
Well, Corey. Why do I know Corey?
I know he's from Miles too. He's from like 100, I think 104th.
Yeah, I think that is how I know Corey. I don't really remember.
Yes, I know it's been a long. Shout out to Corey, man. He gave me a couple.
Oh, yeah, that's my dog. Though. I still see him though. I see him all the time.
Oh yeah, you see him? Tell him I said what's up.
I'm gonna tell him, yeah, that's my dog. I still see him like at least like once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Nice. All right, Jay-Z or Big?
Come on, man. You know it's big, man. You know it's big over everybody, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So we'll go back for this one. Not for fancy stuff, but just regular stuff. Next to City Blue. Oh, might have lost him. Okay. Give us 1 second, y'all. We will get our guest right back.
All right. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. So going back, not now, we're going back. You take it next to City Blue.
Oh, City Blue all day.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, you remember we was getting Avirex out that joint for $400. That was $600-700, man. Ooh. City Blue, you wasn't leaving City Blue with no money. I love City Blue. Is like, if people can think about what City Blue was back then, like think about Kia. Because I always look at people who drive Kias like this, man. You go to Kia and you tell Kia you want a car. Kia ain't letting you leave that joint without no car. So, I look at it like City Blue, man. City Blue kept us fresh for nothing, bro. We was buying $10 shirts, man. $15 shirts, man. I remember City Blue kept me alive.
Yeah, I think the best deal I ever got was I got my Pelly leather out of there for $100. You know, $100. It was.
We was wearing so much Rockaware and State Property and every rapper had a line at that time, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Braun was coming through. This one, Braun was still crusty, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Braun would come in that joint, you know what I'm saying? We all high-fiving Braun. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you gonna make it, little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this one Braun was like we still our height a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, seeing where Braun came from and all that. Like, City Blue. Remember City Blue had all the pictures, too? Like, you don't know who you would see at City Blue, man. City Blue was like a jewelry store back in the day, man. You walk in City Blue, man, and Jim Jones just standing right there.
Yeah.
Like, City Blue had it.
Yeah, Next stole that idea. Remember, Next started having the pictures with the celebrities, but City Blue had like the actual Polaroids, like the nigga was here. Like we
yeah, City Blue. Man, I remember wearing them velours, man, and like I said, I really didn't start going down to Next. I remember when Next opened because Next had that big ass table of jeans. It was just like you had to go through that big ass table full of jeans and just find you some jeans, man. We ain't really started messing with Next until Next was the first cats with the jerseys for real. Like Next was the first cats really messing with the Mitchell and Ness. So when the jerseys and shit hit real hard, man, we had to go down to Next because I think Pro Sports had closed. If everybody remember Pro Sports was like with the spot where you was getting your jerseys from, if you're from Cleveland. But yeah, Next was the first cast that rocked with the Mitchell and Ness jersey. We was wearing them big ass 6X jerseys, man, down to our kneecaps for $500-$600.
Hey man, I still got some of them joints because it's like I can't. But it's like they cost us so much money. I can't just give them. Same thing with paper records. I still got. They're all in my garage. You know what I mean? Like it's hot down here half the time, but I'm still, you know, certain things I can't. You know,
bro, I can't believe we was wearing all them jerseys, man, and doing all that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I still wear jerseys. Like, no, I ain't go. Let me go front, man. I still wear jerseys.
I know. I'm gonna tell you. Still messed up from when you wore that fucking Charles Oakley Bulls jersey. I've never seen anybody wear a Charles Oakley Bulls jersey. I'm like, well, Hub must know. He must know Charles Oakley. I'm like, right. So,
hey, when it's a jersey, like I like to call myself, like I don't know if I like Fab. Fab is like the king of jerseys, man. But sometimes, man, I just be like trying to get a jersey that ain't nobody got, man.
Yeah.
And the things I had to do. You know, nothing out of pocket, but the things I had to do to get that jersey, man, it was like, if it's Cleveland though, I'm always Cleveland though. You know what I'm saying? It's Cleveland for me all the time. Like if you from Cleveland, like I'm riding with you, bro. Like I'm always
sure.
Cleveland.
My last either, and I think I know what you're gonna pick. You picking Jordan or LeBron?
I'm picking Jordan.
Okay, all right.
It ain't, you know what, but it's not.
No, just to LeBron though.
No, I like LeBron. Like I said, LeBron is Ohio. And I don't like the debate because I think Jordan was more or less like the culture. Jordan had everything as far as like the culture. Like these kids who try to look at Jordan on YouTube, like it does no justice. Like the way that we looked at Jordan was like, first of all, he killed some of your favorite teams because me being young at the time, we didn't really care that he was dusting Cleveland. But Charles Barkley was one of my favorite players, and so was Shaq. So at that time, like I wanted Barkley to get a ring. Like I was very pissed, and it wasn't really like Michael who was murdering my teams. Like coming up, it was that goddamn Robert Horry. Robert Horry was murdering my. That goddamn Robert Horry boy. That Robert Horry was always in that corner at the right time, bro. Like. It wasn't Jordan. Jordan was not murdering my teams all like that, man. It was that damn Robert Horry, man. Robert Horry would not stop hitting that shot. And Robert Horry, every ring that Robert Horry got, he earned it.
Yeah.
Because he hit that shot every time he was supposed to hit it.
With the Rockets, with the Lakers, with the Spurs.
And it was never a team that he was on that I was going for. Never. Yeah. He always like I would say the epitome of Robert Ory was like hearing that bang from Huey now. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know how that bang feel when your team is losing and you hear that bang.
Yeah.
I don't even think Kyrie got that bang in the championship game. I got to go back and watch that game. I don't think Kyrie got a bang.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. If anybody in the comments can answer that, man, did Kyrie get a bang when he hit that shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go back and look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, time flies. About to be 6 years since that happened.
Yeah, and I still be out of town talking about it like a nigga who's still on and shit. Like, yeah, man, we won the championship.
Yeah, I remember that summer too. I remember you gave me. Remember you had the Petty Gang shirts that looked like the Pepsi. Yeah, I got that out.
Yeah, people don't really know how petty I am.
Nah, I feel it. As a petty person myself, I've never. Fortunately, you know, yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem for me. But I try to be good petty, especially like with friends with of course with my wife. I just be good petty. Like, well, what happened? So yeah.
Yeah, shout out to your wife too, man. Your wife pretty dope, man.
I appreciate that.
I be watching sometime, man. That's a great relationship because she be knowing way more about sneakers than I do. She dope.
Yeah, that's just yeah.
She's dope on the rap music side too. I be watching on the rap music side too.
Oh, okay. So this is the last one that I have to ask you this because we debate about this all the time. So you taking 8Ball MJG or UGK?
Oh shit. Oh man. Oh shit.
I take 8Ball MJG. It's hard, but
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna break it down like this. Oh man, that's look, 8Ball and MJG was earlier in life. Oh shit.
But UGK got so many bangers. It's a tough one. It
ain't really about a banger thing. It's about it's like 8Ball and MJG was more pimping and UGK was more like hustling. I think just because the question has to be answered, I gotta go with Pimp and Bun, man. Yeah, I gotta go with Pimp and Bun, man. Like
my wife is over there chunking up the deuce right now. So.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not even. It's not like it's because I had to make a choice. It's not like somebody like them dudes, man. Like they exact because like you don't want drama. You got everything with 8Ball and that G, but that damn Pimp C like gives you the edge though, because you got Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had to label them out, you got I would take Pimp C. Pimp C, MJG, 8Ball, and then Bun. So I got to give the edge just because like Pimp C is above everybody. Because Pimp C was take that monkey shit off. You embarrassing us. Like I still think that in my head. Like if one of your niggas come outside, like, hey man, you got to roll down the window. Like hey man, take that monkey shit off, man. You embarrassing us.
Or I would think that sometimes without you see, I hate to see this because it's gonna make me you show my petty. You see somebody who they usually be dusty and they come with like some high fashion, and you just like, man, that shit ain't real, man. Take that monkey shit off, man. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like
take that shit off, yeah. Like a lot of stuff, like you feel like if Pimp C wasn't alive, like a lot of this shit in the rap game wouldn't be going on, man. Like a lot of these Hoot Daddy shorts and all this other shit, man, wouldn't be flying if Pimp C was alive, man.
I agree. Z was starting to call out for the funny.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Pimp C was the nigga who told Jeezy, like, nigga, you ain't getting bricks for 17.5, nigga, quit lying. He had Jeezy hot. Like, nigga, like, look, man, you ain't getting bricks for 17.5. I don't give a fuck what you saying. You can keep lying to these rappers all you want to, but you ain't getting bricks for 17.5.
They're gonna drain the comments.
Oh, right. Yeah. So I got to go with pimp, man. I mean, I got to go with the pimp, man. So it's like it's a small margin, but I got to go with the pimp.
All right. So, we've covered a lot of ground, especially talking about old Cleveland.
Right.
I want to give a shout out to some stores. I know you're going to know these stores and some of the other people from Cleveland, but one place I used to like to go that is just not around anymore. You remember Cricket West?
Yes.
Like, and before they started having it at Tower City and Richmond, when it was just at Beechwood.
Yeah.
Like, that was the first place I ever saw Iceberg, like 96, 97, even before I started seeing rappers with it. I'm like, why is this shirt with Snoopy $200? Like, it was sort of like how I felt when I saw the throwbacks the first time in Next. And I knew about him, but I didn't know about him. And I was going to get Magic's jersey. And I was like, God, it's $260. It was that same kind of feeling. Like, I had to go educate myself about it and what it was and why it cost that much. But, yeah, the Cricket West, that was a good store. Do you remember Golland in Tower City with that? Only place with, like, those Timbs, like,
the Tupac. I call them the Tupac Timbs, man.
Yeah, because they always Super Timbs is around all the time now, but for a long time, I feel like in Cleveland, that was the only place you really could get them was Golland.
You know what's so gangster too? I didn't have a problem with New Flavor.
Nah, New Flavor was good. They would sell you the Jordans early.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with New Flavor. That's where I bought my LeBrons from. When LeBron first dropped his sneakers, that's where I got my LeBrons from New Flavor.
Yeah.
All right, New Flavor was where I remember me and Dre went in there and bought some red monkeys.
Ooh.
Man, oh man, goddamn jeans. Like I came out the room, I showed Dre because this was me and Dre had the house together. I come out the room, man. I'm like, Dre, how these look, man? This was before niggas started. Like this was before like Slim Jeans was the shit.
Mm-hmm.
The room, man. I'm like, Dre, these ain't it, bro. I tried to put some money in them pockets, man. The red was tight as hell. Man. I'm like, man, these going back, man. And then, you ain't know you could return shit, man. I'm in the hole for what was they like $370? He gave me a discount. I got them for $375. I'm in the hole for $375, man.
Yeah, I remember those, man.
It took me like a whole damn summer to spend that $375 in there because they had all them shoes on the floor that was real cheap.
I remember that.
Like plucking off $40-$50 off that little thing. Man, tight as shit, man.
Oh man, yeah.
I came out the room. Dre was like, "Nah, them ain't it, bro." Because you remember at that time we was making the transition, so the t-shirts were still big, but the jeans was getting slimmer.
Yeah.
And them goddamn that big ass t-shirt on with them slim ass jeans, man. I'm like a number muncher.
Oh man. Yeah. I was a late adopter to that because I still was. It wasn't like early 2000s baggy, but I still needed some bagginess in the pants, even though I was still trying to wear sneakers. So I remember that. LRG to me was the first like urban brand that wasn't crazy expensive like Red Monkey to start making jeans a little smaller, but they still had some bagginess too.
LRG was dope.
Yeah.
He was dope. Somebody said Kyrie ain't get the bang. Damn.
That sucks. Another spot I want to talk about right quick was did you ever go to Family Sportswear downtown?
Yeah, that's who selling us the Jordans early.
Yeah.
They had a mean too.
That was the last true mom and pop because I don't even really count Next anymore because exhibition it's just completely different than what it was when we were really shopping there. But that was the last true mom and pop I feel like we had. That was a Nike account.
Yeah. Yeah, I like. Yeah, we used to go there. Like I said, we used to go there and get the J's. That's what we was getting the J's for $200.
Yeah, and I remember
they was getting them early too, bro. We used to have them like a week early.
I was about to say they used to sell them to me early, but I used to just not be able to get a box. And you know me, I want the box. Like, my Black Cat 4s, the all blacks, like they always been ashy because I never had the box because I used to just get everything early from them. So
yeah, they was dope. The old downtown was dope too. The old downtown was.
Yeah, niggas is trying to make it, like, oh, it's New Cleveland. Like, give me the old Cleveland. Give me VIP Sports. Give me old
VIP Sports.
And see, these, I know you gonna remember.
OJ's Menswear.
OJ Menswear, yes.
VIP.
It was 2 new flavors. It was the one, on our side of town, and then it was one in Glenville. So
T was there. City Blue in the mall Buckeye.
Hey, I am gonna say this though. As much as I used to rock with TNT in East Cleveland, especially a lot of times I would go from Foot Action right over there because they would have something we didn't have. I ain't really ever been a fan of the TNT in Southgate.
No, because they ain't had nothing. Remember, they ain't had like no. I feel like they was an all brand. Like you know what? I used to go there and get like, say we was like dressing up or something, and we had to like go to court or something. And I would go up there and get some of them weak ass dress shoes or something, man. But they never had. You know what? The only thing they for real is when we went. Huh?
I remember I used to wonder. I'm like, man, who's buying all this dress clothes and stuff, man? Like, who's buying?
Going there, man. Yeah, that's when Pimp and Bun had us on big blocks and thin socks, man. That's what Ball and G had us on. The GP one night, man. We had decided we was all gonna dress up. Man, we went and bought them cheap ass plastic shoes, man. Feet on fire, bruh.
Oh man.
And like I remember them having all the colors of the Reeboks. Remember we went through our little. I don't know if you went through it, but we went through our little Cash Money phase when we were wearing Rees. I don't know what the fuck we was doing at that era, but we was wearing tees, bows, and Rees, and they had all the Reeboks, man. We was wearing all them cloth ass gotta have it's.
The nylon joints, yeah.
Wearing all them gotta have it Reeboks, man, and with the Jabot jeans, man. And we didn't even know they was Jabots, and I didn't even know they was Jabot until Cash Money came out. Yeah. I always thought they were Dirtballs. Like what the fuck? Like Jabots.
Francois Jabot. I used to think that.
Yeah, I went there like one day and the old boy was like, man, we got these Jabot jeans. I'm like, oh shit, that's what Cash Money talking about. I'm like, this Dirtball. Like I never knew this shit was Jabot.
Yeah.
I never knew
I was like, Jabot. And I didn't know it was the same. I was like, oh.
Never knew Jabot, bro, until like Cash Money was talking about tees, bows, and Rees. And I think I was in City Blue or something. I forgot what store I was in. The old boy's like, man, we got them Jabot jeans. I'm like, oh, nigga, hell yeah. Let's get them. And I'm like, this Dirtball? Like, I just got rid of all these in the 7th grade, and I got to double back.
Yeah. I remember I had a shirt where it said it real big on the back, the birthday Francois.
I was arguing with somebody on Facebook when they talking about Champion was never hot. I'm like, where the hell did you grow up at? Like, he's wearing the shit out of Champion.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the NBA replica jerseys, too. It was like the crew necks.
But I remember wearing Champion sweatshirts and Gerballs, and sneakers and shit in junior high, man. I was like, man, I don't be knowing where some people grew up at, man. I'm like,
yeah,
they never wore Champion. Like, is you crazy? We was wearing the shit out of Champion.
Now, not the shoes, but the clothes.
No, we was wearing the clothes. I don't know about the shoes.
Yeah, niggas was trying to. I was like, hey, the jeans, the clothes is where I draw the line. I ain't never had no Champion shoes. Because when I was with them bitches was hot. Like, I'm like, y'all really want these Champion shoes to look like this?
Man, this dude, we could not talk. I think it was me, Zach, and I think Takara was still working there at the time. We could not talk this nigga out of some goddamn Champion shoes to save our life, bro. He like, man, if I had a Champion shirt and I should have the Champion shoes, I'm like, bro, you do not want no Champion shoes, dog. I'm just in there as a customer. I'm like, don't do it. And then I think like Rick was in there giving me the eye like, Hub, you can't really be talking cats out of stuff when they trying to spend money. And I'm like, Rick, I can't have out here in some goddamn Champion shoes. He get into it with a nigga tonight because the nigga called him a bum. He killed a nigga. Now he on the remembrance page because y'all let this nigga walk out there with some Champion shoes on.
I'm sure that exact thing has happened in our city many times, unfortunately. But yeah, them like when I was with Hibbett, them joints was hot. The Champion Balenciaga looking shoes. Like I was selling for it, and I was almost selling the J's. Like it was crazy, So
nah, bro, we ain't doing that. Nah, we not doing that.
Yeah, I remember. You remember you commented on a post. You remember when we were trying to sell Under Armour at Next, and they all had them on. He was like, "Yeah, if Chris wear a pair, I might fuck with it." Oh man, fucking Curry's was hot.
I saw one of the pair of them joints. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Back when everybody was loving Curry for a second, man, and everybody back now, but niggas was definitely trying to get away with wearing them goddamn damn Currys.
Yeah.
I really don't have nobody. Like I don't. But it's like some shit is just like I ain't gonna let you do that, bro. But I got a pair of white K Swiss in the cut, and when I bring these out, nigga, you can't tell me shit. I'm so hard, bro. I'm talking the K Swiss joints that only the girls was wearing back in the day, the double Dutch joints.
The all whites with the leather.
Bro, I pair in the cut. When I bring these joints out, if you want to fight, nigga, let's fight. But I'm rocking them joints. I'm gonna put them on with this Nautica. I got this mean Nautica shirt with the boat going all the way up the sleeve, with the old school Nautica hat, nigga. You can't tell me they 1992.
Yeah,
I'll be a beeper that day.
Yeah, I appreciate that both Nautica and Polo. I wish Tommy would do it a little more, where they've kind of dug into the vault from back when we was young. You know, because with Nautica, they brought a bunch of stuff back, but it's got to have a big boat. It can't have a little boat. It's just not the same.
This shirt's so hard, Chris. They got Nautica going up one sleeve, and then they got the boats coming up the other sleeve. I don't know. They dropped this shirt about 4 years ago, and I was in Orlando when I saw it. Okay. And it was sold out in Orlando. When I got back to Cleveland and went to Aurora Farms, bro, they had 1 million of them. Like, Cleveland niggas just wasn't. That's one thing about me, man. I don't I wear whatever I want to wear, bro. I still wear True Religion. Like, I was telling my young boys, man, you are your own fashion, bro. You're not about to get me like, nah, it's just certain True Religion jeans I ain't putting on no more, bro, because they look weird as shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Looking like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo with that extra boot cut and shit like that. I just doing it. But it's some True Religion jeans in that cabinet, bro. You're going to get these horseshoes on my ass, no homo. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they still raw. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm still rocking these True Religion jeans. But I still rock what I want to wear, man. I see FUBU that made a comeback. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to find me a Browns FUBU jersey. They ain't really made that colorway. I had some Crocodile on about 2 years ago.
Yeah. I was doing that. What sucks is now, cats ain't really going to understand it, but I was trying to find non-elaborate urban clothes that weren't too big. So I was trying to find FUBU, but not like platinum FUBU, just regular FUBU, and wear it with some current, it'd be the equivalent to be wearing it with some like purple jeans with a FUBU top or whatever, just some different shit, in a sneaker.
Yeah, I see, like we live in one thing that these that I tell people, like, all these times, these young boys like to dress, man. Like, I don't have a problem with the Alexander McQueens and the ankle dress pants that's one thing, like, because you like we had to like pull our teeth to dress up. Like, these young boys, that's one thing I like about these young boys. These young boys don't mind putting some clothes on, and that's what I commend them for. It's always wanting to look nice, So what that is just like what you did. You dictate your own fashion, though. Like, you can't tell people. People can't tell you how to dress. People can't tell you what's fly.
Yeah.
So you got to take your own fashion to yourself, man. Rock your own stuff, man. Wear what you want to wear, man. If you think that sneaker hot, man, wear it. Like, it's hot because you got it on.
For sure.
Yeah. Wear what you want to wear.
All right. So as we close it out, I have two more questions for you.
Okay.
This is another Cleveland-based question because you can tell I'm missing Cleveland right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the city is in.
I'm gonna mail you a P-boy, man, and a burger.
Hey, I'm gonna be up there next week, so we got to try to get up.
Let's get together, man. I saw Aunt Hollins at the store last week, man. We was talking about sneakers, so yeah, let's round table together, man. Get everybody together, man. Let's get together, chop it up.
For sure. So, if you could bring back Randall or Geauga Lake, what would you bring back? I'm still gonna bring back Randall just because of the shoes, but Geauga Lake is tough too because I miss it.
I'm gonna go with Geauga Lake.
Okay.
And the only reason why I say Geauga Lake is because, like, this is so weird to say, but growing up, I always thought Geauga Lake was so far.
Hey,
I don't know if it's our parents. I don't know if our parents drove slow, but because, like, when you rode with your parents, like, they always had to pick up your cousins who lived on Superior and St. Clair, and maybe that made it far. And our parents didn't drive the freeway like that.
Yeah.
But growing up, I always thought Geauga Lake was so far. But I will say this. I think the community of North Randall and Cleveland, Northeast side, got cheated out of Randall Mall because I think Randall Mall will flourish in this new economy, in this new wave of how we shop.
Mm-hmm.
I think with triple Beechwood's prices. I mean, money just because of the way that people, just imagine bringing that food court back and bringing the movies back and everything that we had going on up there. I think North Randall, because all they did was take North Randall and they put it in Mayfield.
Yeah.
They took old North Randall, picked it up and put it in Mayfield. That's
nice.
all they did. Moved it to Mayfield. So I think, I would bring back Jagger Lake just because I'm an adult, but I would bring back Randall just because I think the North Randall community would flourish better if Randall was still there.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
You're talking about the 80s Randall, though? Or are you talking about the 90s Randall? Because remember, that 80s Randall was different, bro. That 80s Randall was crazy.
Because to me...
You remember 80s Randall's was like, Friendlies was scares the food. I'm talking Randall before we tore it up. And I like to tell people all the time, like, all these people talking about these kids fighting at Pinecrest and all this other shit, man, people don't remember how, and maybe not you, Chris, but we used to tear Randall and Tyra City up. I'm talking, bro. Once we used to see them Superior St. Clair cats, and it was on site, bro. We are the generation. We are the reason why Tyra City is the way it is now. We got to hold that L, man. So when they be talking about these kids is tearing up Pinecrest and these kids ain't got no da-da-da-da-da-da, nigga, we the when every time you go to Tyra City, that's us. We got to hold that L. We tore Tyra City up, bro. It started with you can't come here after 4. Then it started with kids can't come here after weekends. Because I remember, when you got out of school, you had to go straight down to the Rapid.
And don't look at those. Yeah.
We ruined Randall and Tyra City, bro. We cannot sit here and talk about how these kids be fighting at Beechwood and all. Bro, it was real life gang fights out there. The only difference was we ain't had no guns. But nigga, we had some fights out in Randall Mall that would make you shit on yourself, bro. I'm talking straight Crips and blood fights, bro. It was like on site when we saw certain. You would get home, man, all your shirt and shit be tore off, man. You might be like, what happened to you? Like, oh man, we cut with them hard. We just got into a little tussle, man. Randall was the first spot I got Jack too. Like Randall was remember them cats by the bus stop?
Oh yeah.
With the 3-car Molly and the hidden. Man, I got hit for my Larry Johnsons, man. My mother gave me some money to get the Larry Johnsons, man.
Oh,
the black and white. She gave me some money, man. They caught me coming off the bus, man. I'm like, oh yeah, I could double that up real quick. Man, old boy hit me with that 3-car Molly, man. That one tear came, that one Denzel Washington Glory tear came down my face, man. I ain't know how to explain to my mama that wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
Ugly.
Well, see, and then, I do want to say that, you're right. Especially our era did change a lot.
We got to hold the L for Randall, Tyra City, Mapletown, Severance,
Southgate.
Yeah, we 5. 8, baby, we got to hold spots. We tore. Don't talk about Severance. We was never allowed at Severance. I don't even know what the fuck we was at Severance. We get up to Severance, man. Them EC boys must have smelled the Miles Ave on us. We got going to Sam Goody trying to get a new CD. Them EC niggas at Severance just smelled across town on us, bruh.
Hey, just the few years I lived in Euclid before, let's say we lived in Euclid before moving down here, running that Hibbett. I can say it, being from the South, the Southern, like niggas over there is just different. they do know. Because it's been niggas like, man, you ain't from this side, And I'm like, nah, I'm on the South side, man.
I'm gonna give you a little secret about me too, man. I ain't never been to Mineral Mall.
Really? Ever?
My whole life.
Wow.
Never.
I ain't really.
Never. A cat never had a reason to go to Mineral Mall. Never.
You ain't missing that.
Shocked. People be shocked. I never went to Euclid Mall either.
Hey, I got there when it was the outlet mall, but we never need to because we had everything we had on our side.
I got there when it was Dillard's Outlet.
Yep.
But when it was real mall, nope. I've never been to Mineral Mall. People like, you ain't never been to Mineral Mall? Like, no. I had Randall. If Randall was down bad, Tyra City. I had Southgate. We didn't really start going to Richmond until Randall got closed.
Mm-hmm.
Started heading up Wilson Mills way, but I ain't go to Richmond when Randall was over. Randall was all we needed, man. We had Kaufman's, Dillard's, City Blue.
Yeah.
bro, we had no reason to be nowhere else.
Yeah, you're right. Between downtown, between Tower City and between Randall, we was covered.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never made it to Euclid. I went there once with my wife when it was the outlet mall, like 2011, like right before it closed. Like it was nothing in there. It was just Dillard's.
Yeah.
Back there laughing, but yeah, yeah, I miss. It just something doesn't sit right with me that Beechwood is the mall. Because I remember Beechwood used to be so slow back in the late '90s, early 2000s. Niggas used to close at 7 on Saturday. Like it wasn't nothing going on there.
Let me tell you my first thing. The reason why I ever went to Beechwood is because I found, and this one we were still like wearing big clothes. They had big and tall polo. This one had got like turned into like a real big dude, like in the middle 2000s. I don't know how the hell I reached like almost 400 pounds, but they had big ass polo, and then they had Chick-fil-A. It was the only spot that had Chick-fil-A. You had to go to Beechwood Mall food court to get Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, because I remember Randall. When we were little, Randall had a Chick-fil-A in it. But that was like he was talking about.
Damn, that was like my first experience with Chick-fil-A. I remember like driving all the way out there and dropping that sandwich on my car floor and dusting that boy off.
Nah, I mean it was what a time.
Yeah.
I miss Cleveland in general, but I really miss old Cleveland, especially the way it was. So
Old Cleveland. So you follow that one page, like retro
Cleveland retro, that's the shit.
Yeah, that page dope. I like that page. That page is real. Yeah.
One thing I want to say before we close too, I know I keep saying that, but
you good, bro. Steph Curry 40 already.
You said what?
I said Steph Curry ain't hit 40 yet.
Yeah. Hey, well, right quick, who you got going in that? I mean, I actually want Golden State to win just because I don't want the Celtics to have more championships than the Lakers again. I hate the Celtics. So,
I always like the underdog story. It really don't matter to me for real.
Yeah.
But I am pushing more for the Celtics than I am the Golden State Warriors. I don't have a problem with the Warriors winning though, but
yeah.
I like the story. I like what Al Horford doing right now. I like what
if they win MVP.
Yeah, I like Mark Smart a lot, but yeah, I mean, you like my brother though, but that Lakers shit over with, bro.
Hey, well, at least you know me for more than 15, almost 20 years longer. That's been my team the whole time. It's hard to let go.
That shit bad, bro. Somebody said Golden State in 5. I don't really think Golden State in 5. I think Golden State in maybe it's like 7. I think it's gonna go back to 4. I think it's gonna be 7 games. They gonna make it 7 games just because they letting Draymond Green play football. So you already know the refs on some bullshit. But I think he out of there though. I think like this game or the next game he gonna get suspended.
Yeah, I mean the last game he was kind of on the line there. I was like, man,
they go get him out of there. They just couldn't let Golden State go down 0-2. But they go get Draymond up out of there. Watch, mark my words. I'll put a bet on it. That Draymond, he go get up out of there for at least one.
Okay. So, are there any shoes up and coming that have you interested? Where you're, I'm gonna get those, or you just kind of whatever.
Just one. Oh, right now too, I'm on my up tempo real heavy too. I got I didn't bring them out, but I got like every color right now. I'm loving the up tempos. But them damn pennies, man.
Oh, the white or the black and white?
The black joints. I'm stalking them, bro. I already got the Magic jersey. I want to wear with them and everything, bro. I don't know what's going on with them, and I almost gave StockX $400, man, just being thirsty. But I'm just gonna wait, you know what I'm saying, and see how the chip fall on those, man.
See, what I dislike about Nike retros that aren't Jordans or foam posits, more than half the time they don't give them dates. It's like we used to get them at Next. We used to just put them out.
That's like I dropped the ball on the Bo Jacksons. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I might give StockX $200 for them, but yeah, I couldn't find them. It's like damn, like I didn't know these came out. Like what's so crazy? Like sometimes you can get up. Like I have a habit sometimes when I somebody said July 1st on the pennies. Good looking out, bro. I have a habit of when I use the bathroom during the night is looking on the internet. Like she'd be like sitting there at 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
But by the time tonight comes, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I have a habit of looking at shoes like, but that's just how it is. I really don't have a hard time getting sneakers though. I don't know how I do it. As of recent though, I've been able to just walk in the store. Like sometimes, like if you walk in the store now, like soon as they open, they sitting right there. Like I've been walking in DTLR lately, and they just been sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that won't last long. I mean, I guess because Jordan just dropped too many shoes at one time, but walking in the store like I just got Jordan 11 lows like that. I got the white and blue 6s like that. I just out early in the morning, just maybe going to Walmart or something. It's like, oh, damn, yeah, why not?
Nah, I got you. All right. So my last question. I don't want you to get mad at me asking this, but I have to ask it.
What do you think?
How do you like the Browns and the Steelers at the same time? How can I've been wanting to ask you that for a long time. I always forget.
It's actually very easy. First of all, I never got wrapped up in the rivalry. I think just because when we was growing up, like it was always the Broncos for me, like, and like not for me, like not saying it like, oh, it's for me, like it's the thing for me, like I'm saying it for me.
No, I get you.
Say that shit like it's the something for me, it's the thing for me. For me growing up, I remember like us hating the Broncos.
Yeah,
so, when we was growing up, I loved Jerome Bettis, man, loved him, loved Jerome Bettis, and we lost our football team. When we lost our first football team, I started going to see the bus. Like, getting on the freeway, going to see the bus, man. And what's so crazy about Pittsburgh is, man, Pittsburgh ain't like Cleveland. Like, Pittsburgh has nothing going on but football on Sunday. Like, ain't nothing popping. Like, Cleveland, there's a million things to do on Sunday besides watch the Browns. Pittsburgh ain't nothing popping but Pittsburgh. So when I started going over there, like, man, that culture of football just took me in and watching them and people got to realize, man, like we didn't have a football team for 5 years. So when I argue with people about this, like they don't like some of these people wasn't watching football during that time because they don't remember that we didn't have a football team for 5 years. 5 years is a long goddamn time not to have a football team. The only problem with my second football team, which everybody in Cleveland has a second football team, the only problem is mine is like a rivalry. But it was never a rivalry I had to choose because the Browns have always been worse than the Steelers. So I've never had to choose. Now on game day, I just don't pay it no attention. It's like whoever has the better record, that's who I want to win. But it's Cleveland over everything. So just like, say, for instance, like last year when it came down to Cleveland and Pittsburgh, it was Cleveland. Just because, like, first of all, Cleveland had the better football team. And it's Cleveland. Like, I ain't going against Cleveland, bro. Like, I'm going to be at the parade with the stanky face on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Cleveland for everything. So, like, you know, if people start to follow me on Instagram, they'll see, you know what I'm saying? You know this, bro. I travel for both. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the Browns game one weekend, and like last year, I was at the Pittsburgh game in Pittsburgh, and then I flew to, 2 years ago, it was crazy because Pittsburgh played, the Browns played Baltimore. So I was in Baltimore, and I watched the Browns game, and I flew from Baltimore to Pittsburgh because they had the Monday night game against the Bengals. If people follow me, like that's how I roll. You know what I'm saying? Like this year they got the same schedule. So this year I'll be at I'm going to see the Browns play the Falcons in the Dome. And 2 weeks later I'll be there again to watch the Steelers play them in the Dome. Now the Browns play in Miami this year too. I'm going to Miami to be a Browns fan, and I'll be there a couple weeks later to be a Steelers fan when they play the Dolphins too. So, but it's just like when it comes to who I got to choose, or it's Cleveland over everything. It's Cleveland everything. Like, nothing is above Cleveland to me. Nothing. I just love the Steelers. I love the Steelers because, like, it just stole my heart from, like, shit. The bus, man. If people remember the bus, man. Like, you had to love the bus. If you ain't like the Steelers, man, you like the bus.
They actually just broke down on me right before we moved down here. I still had those remember Jerome Bettis had a shoe, a Nike shoe, the Air Bus? Yeah. I had a Steelers jacket just to wear with those shoes. So I had them just to wear with that. But he was a monster. I used to love him.
Yeah, one thing I can't do is I can't go to like I can't go against Cleveland and I can't go to Pittsburgh Browns.
Okay.
Like I hear all that fuck Cleveland and Cleveland ain't shit. Even when I'm there sometime and I hear that shit, it's like I'm just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping they don't see this big ass Cleveland tattoo on my stomach and shit. Cause it's like they don't know that I'm sitting amongst the enemies. So
hey, it's the same reason I'm glad that the Lakers and the Cavs never played in the final when it was Kobe versus LeBron. I was happy that never happened. Because that would have been hard.
And like, so like, it's like, and people really get upset with me. Like I've almost had to like kill people, and I try to tell people it's not really that difficult to be a Browns and a Steelers fan because they're always on two different sides. They're never like here at the same time. They're never, even when they had to play in the playoffs, like the Browns was like shit 100% better than the Steelers. Like they're never on like they're never on the same side of the spectrum.
I feel like this year that's going to happen.
You know, so I don't know. It's wild. It's wild because I don't know what Brown team you're going to get. What's wild is like I know what Steelers team I'm going to get because like they have a coach that can win them at least 50. You know what I'm saying? They can go 500. The Brown situation is a little different because they don't have any receivers. I think Amari Cooper's slow as shit. Like I've never seen Amari Cooper just burn somebody. So they need another receiver. Of course, you know what I'm saying, like Hunt and Chubb go do their thing. If they can get Baker Mayfield to like, you know, if they could talk to Baker Mayfield and tell that dude like, hey, bro, look, this your showcase right here. This your last shot in the NFL, bro. If you could just sit here and show out for us until Deshaun get back, or you know what I'm saying, if he planning not to rape no more women, then his numbers just keep going up, bro. Like at some point they got to sit him down and say, look, just settle, bro. Like you just came up on 300 million, bro. Like just settle.
Yeah, ain't like you ain't got it.
Yeah, he got to settle, bro. Like I think that's what they're trying to get him to do too, because like they gonna keep coming out, bro. There's a pattern of you not keeping your hands to yourself when you get a massage, bro. Right, it's 66. It's 66, bro. Like at this point, bro, it's a pattern. Just take 10 million and settle out, bro. Give everybody 100 bands, man. Like you got a bad habit. You got to know you got a bad habit too at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, like I see somebody say Baker ain't playing. What's called can get it done too though. What's the old boy name from the Colts? Jacoby Brissett? Is that his name? He can get it done with Chubb and Hunt, but then we got to make sure the coach don't get exposed this year because Stefanski got exposed a little bit last year.
Agreed.
Yeah, you got to make sure Stefanski there because Stefanski can get fired this year.
Yeah. Nowadays in sports, it seems like, you know, it's always going to be the coach first.
Yeah.
It's always
going to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you in North Carolina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know that's the first game.
What? The Panthers?
Yeah, the Browns play the Panthers first game.
Yeah. I forgot.
Man, bro. When I looked it up, I'm planning on coming to that. So these are the Browns game I plan on attending. You got the Panthers, the Falcons, the Dolphins, and they play the Texans. All these are away games. So I could definitely, you know, even if you don't want to go to the game, you know what I'm saying, I look at tickets, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I'm not bougie when it's time to go to a game. Like if we in the 500s putting the light bulbs in, we there. Like bougie when it comes to a ticket. Like I don't need to be on the field when I'm out of town. Now, if I'm in town, then I need better seats. But if I'm out of town, bro, we can put the lights up. So we can sit in the 500s, bro, as long as we there, or you can find us some type of bar. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I like to be with the Browns. Like, last year we went to the Browns played the Chargers in L.A. Bro, that was like a Cleveland game. That was a home game. Cleveland was so strong in there, bro. It was ridiculous. And with so many people from Cleveland that live in North Carolina, like, that Panthers game might be a home game, too. Cleveland traveled well.
Yeah, it's a lot of people from – because, like, where I'm at, I'm about 2 hours away from Charlotte, but it takes almost no time to get there, you know, depending on that. Because it's crazy. Like, the people down here, like, they don't even really fuck with the Panthers, man. It's more Steelers fans and Cowboys fans down here than anything, you know.
Steelers, Browns, Raiders, Steelers, Browns, Raiders, Packers, and Cowboys, the top 5 teams in the NFL. Like, so, like, yeah, I'll probably be at more Browns games than I'll be at Steelers games, but those are my 2 squads. I see some of our. Once you said that shit about the Steelers, man, our numbers went down, but
Dag, it did go down a little bit.
Out of here, like, man, I thought that nigga was cool, man.
Oh man, it's all good.
Holmes was alright for a second, bro.
Yeah. Well, man, I really appreciate you being on here, man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you, bro, for inviting me, man, and letting me be on here. Like I said, man, I watch all this all the time. I'm like, bro, I don't know why he want me, because I be looking at shoes. I don't know what PE mean. I don't know what USNDS. I don't know, like, when you ask people what's their holy grail and all the other shit, I be like, man, I don't know what that mean, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what a holy grail is. Like, what's your holy grail? Like, I don't know. I was sitting there trying to do that shit.
Can't get that you just want so bad you ain't been able to get.
Oh, that's what a holy grail is?
Mm-hmm.
A shoe that you want that you can't get.
You just
I want a Shaq. I want the white one and the black one.
Okay, with the pump.
Yeah,
okay.
Both of them. Yeah, yep. Them the 2 joints. Them the 2 joints I want.
So are you a 12 or a 13?
It depends, bro. You know, shoes so weird now, man. I'm like
about both. That's why I'm like I needed to ask you again because it's been a while.
I'm like either or. Like, some of these are 12, some of them 13s, bro. It's like, it's weird.
Okay.
Yep, that was the shoe. I've never camped out for a shoe, but I remember. Let me tell you, like, just how ignorant shoes are, man. Remember when Next had hyped up the Ewings?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Man, I couldn't get a goddamn pair of Ewings, man. I was so Ewings? Man, I pulled up the next minute. It was a line outside. I'm like, this nigga Zach didn't hype these niggas up to buy Ewings, bro. Ewing is made by Spalding, bro. We was getting these boys. We was getting these from Tom McCann's back in the day, man.
Yeah.
How you get a pair of Ewings, man?
I used to be in the Value City when it was Value City department store on Miles. I remember them being there too.
Couldn't get a goddamn pair of Ewings, bro. I pulled up the next. I was on fire. That was worse than Trent Richardson's brother.
Hey, when we sold them white Shacks you talking about, we sold them in 13. It was a line for them, and I'm like, I can't believe niggas is lining up for these Shacks. But they was limited, so and I was like, God, they're 160. 160. Like, it's different.
What's so crazy? I had got a pair too, but they were so uncomfortable.
Yeah, they weren't made well. I think that because they retroed them in 17, but they were even more limited. So that pair probably is made better. But
I think 17 is when what's 17? 17 might have been when I had them.
Okay.
But they were so uncomfortable, bro. It was like, I don't know, like, as we get older, man, these feet get different.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't remember these shoes fitting like that. I put on a pair of Air Max last week. I'm like, God damn, these bitches feel like red bottoms. I had to take them joints off, man. Like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to wear a now, so it's got to be comfy,
Bro, when I put on my McQueens, I'll be walking like a toddler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my holy grail right there, them damn Shacks. I want the white ones. And I want the black ones. I've never camped out for a shoe. I've never wanted a shoe that bad because I've always felt like I could pay.
Well, yeah, but it goes back to you being such a good relationship maker to where if it was next, Rick and Zach was going to take care of you. If it was City Blue back in the day, it'd be Shimmy or one of those guys. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I don't even know what happened to some of them shoehead niggas, man. Those niggas were so weird to me, man. That's why I don't like being called a sneakerhead. Like, bro, it'd be so weird to me, man.
Yeah. Shout out Cleveland in the building. We got Ed Hollins in the building. We got Tatum.
Dog, man. I just saw him last week, man. That's my dog. We was talking about sneakers last week. Hey, Ed, I'm on my way to Nike tomorrow, bro. Me and Ed was talking about like how some of these shoes we'll get them, and then we'll want them, and then like ain't no StockX resale on them. We take them bitch back to Nike. They going back
quite a bit, Like, Cleveland in the building, man. This is great.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll be back next week. So I'll see all of y'all soon.
Oh, yeah. They're going to end right there. Yeah, and I'm on my way tomorrow, bro. You know what's though? Like, what's so crazy, Chris? I really didn't like these at first, but I'm kind of digging them for real, for real. These Travis Scott joints.
Yeah, man, that's the one. If I was gonna get one, that's the one I would get. Those colors.
At first, you know, it come with this little. It come with like this little joint on it. This weird ass little. I don't know, little pocket, whatever that's what this shit is. But it's a dope sneaker for real. Like I like it.
For sure. For sure. I like it.
Yeah, I'll probably keep it around for a little minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
I remember the last time you purged your stuff. You had all this BBC and stuff. I really regret not getting some of that from you. I think that was when I got that Magic jersey from you.
You know what's so crazy about that BBC shit? I gave it away too.
Wow.
Yep, I gave it. I put it all. Like I'm about to do that. And said mess with them. Travis, yeah, they dope. Yeah, like I'm about to do that this weekend too. Like you know, try to get these. Get some stuff out the closet, man. Get some of these kids some stuff for summertime, man. Just to, you know, if I ain't wore it in 2 years, it can go. But these kids is different, man, because like they used to be so picky. Like, they used to be appreciated, man. These kids be going through the bag now. Like, ain't no purple jeans in there.
Yeah.
Little nigga, if you don't take these Levi's and get your ass up out of here.
Yeah. The amount of entitlement these kids have, it is something new. We didn't have that. We had to go get it.
It's so different. Like these kids really don't they really different. Like I couldn't drop a bag if I want to. Like some of this stuff gotta go to the men's shelter because these kids ain't gonna want it.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. You're right. Man. Well, I appreciate it.
I thank you, man, because
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I will see all of y'all soon. We all need to get together, get something to eat. You know what I mean? I'll be back soon. I'll be everybody. And this was episode 86 of Shorty's Sneaker Conversations. Legendary Hub, Earnest Johnson, Diddy of my city, and I'm Shorty.
Thank you.
No problem, man. I'll see you soon, man. Peace, y'all.
All right.
All right.